It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Another carry for him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
May not have throw on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And they'll down this one a little shy of the 40. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, set, Buffalo 18. Street. 18, Pioneer.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hauled in left side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Along the sideline past midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Pickup of 2 here, and it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st down, ball at the 36. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
60 Maverick.
From the 28. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go. Mustang 19.
Now a give to Allen, running right. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Setting up a throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Check go.
From the red zone now. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
They get to Hall on the draw. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
65.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Seven Pirates. 79 Bronco. Ready?
3rd and long for him here. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just... close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Koo able to put it through. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. They gain 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down, ball at the 36. Going play action, May. Headed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go now. Go.
Back to the air. It's May. Short pass brought in. This is ahead for about 5. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. To the air yet again, May. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Oh, it put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Go! 70 Lions! Hey, smash Bronco! Ready?
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Okay, break!
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
18 Rattlers, check go!
He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Set!
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, smash! Panther 11! Panther 11! Riggs! Huh! Buffalo 18! And up!
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Metton stopped by Alex Highsmith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line.
Ready?
They'll try and throw it here. Finds his target, Hall. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Just a field goal separates these two. More from MetLife.
Ready?
Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have it on 3rd and 5.
Check smash! 60 Maverick! Ready?
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. It's cut right side by Watson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go!
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Mustang 19! Hut, hut!
2nd and 8. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Trap 60! Panther 60! Panther!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Okonkwo brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Toss play, this is Hall. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Another Jets. First down. First and goal at the 4-yard
Here we
line.
go, set.
Goal to go, they're passing. Able to hit Hall, complete. And in, touchdown, New York. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets make it a 10-point ball game. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return starts from the goal line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Tight, 19 tight, tight.
On play action, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. The give here on 2nd. They'll cobble together a yard there. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the sticks for this 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Quincy Williams has it.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Come on, set. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets parlay the interception into points. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets take a 3-possession lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw for May. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, they'll run. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
May trying again here on 2nd. Dumps it off to his running back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Patriots with the football. Third down, Jets are in a dime set, 6 defensive backs out there. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The 12-year vet strikes true. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Safe to say that one wasn't really well struck, but he did get enough of it to still send it through. I think everybody on the field was holding their breath. Not used to seeing such a short kick flutter so close to the crossbar.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check smash. Check smash. 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
They'll come out throwing. Wilson's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 2. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Jets take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Hall running between the tackles. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The give on second to Hall. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd down give to Hall. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They're going play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets get more points to end a lopsided first half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going play action, May. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. On the gun, it's May. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the fair catch is made just about a yard or 2 short of midfield. No return on that punt. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Warriors 70.
Looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hey, check that, street.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost... Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. One last play before the break.
Go! Dragon 60, 19 Lion. Hey, check. Go, Rig, go. Ready?
A final throw before the break. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. This return starts at the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
They start the half with a give to Hall. And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line.
60 by 6, 70 Lion.
It's 3rd and
Cup
10.
19, Cup 19. Ready?
Here he is on 3rd and long. Finds his target, Hall. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're going for this. That That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They give it to him again. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. May now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
May throwing for it. And it falls incomplete. Surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. So that brings up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we go, set.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here.
Go.
Throw on 3rd down. Hall there to haul it in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Pats will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
May on 1st and 10. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Complete beyond the marker. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run here on first down. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 34. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first.
I'm sure coach or play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, here's May. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he's stopped. Offense up to the line fast.
3rd and 6.
Dragon 60. 19 Lion. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
To the air, 3rd and long. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. From the gun, it's Hall. Big gap up the middle. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Jets make it a 3-possession game. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. handoff up the gut. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Now May on 3rd and long. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying to throw for it with May. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. On play action, here's May. And that one's behind him, and that's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air yet again, May. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Throwing it to start this drive. Able to hit home, complete. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Metten's... They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Mustang 19. Go!
Back to throw. He lofts it deep left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And they make the stop for the 46. Just 1 yard on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 8.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. That's completed right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
19, come on, set, 7-5.
First down throw for May. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game.
Patriots 17. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10.
Go! Ready?
They start the drive with Hall. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Second and 10 now. Throwing the out route complete. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ready? Warriors 70. And up.
Pass play on first and 10. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Back 60. Let's go. 19 right. Go.
From the gun, it's May. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Ready up.
Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Cut 19. And up. Hurt. 18 left. 18 left. 70 ready. 70 ready.
May now from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. That came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Here we go. Set.
May throwing for it. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They go right back to Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Koo able to put it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a New England first down. Throwing from the gun. Cut out left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 11. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 16 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Going play action, May. Stays in the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Back to the air. It's May. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
On the ready.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Dumps it off to his running back. Space past the 35. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Go, check. Go, check. Check, go.
Here's Hall once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. A give left side for Hall. And this one doesn't go far. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. The Jets take their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6.
Set it. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets everything he has under this throw. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Here we go. Set.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Patriots 25.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Jets come up with the football. That should just about ice this game. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
He's on the move. Stepping up, and he's going to run. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that.
There he goes, right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They take a knee, and their season has begun exactly how they wanted it to, with a win. So the win goes to the Jets. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season.